You're probably doing something right now that's literally making rich people richer. And the worst part, you have no idea it's happening. In the last 5 years, I've studied how the wealthiest 1% structures their money. Not the flashy stuff, not the yachts or the private jets. I'm talking about the invisible system running in the background. The one that turns their money into a living, breathing organism that multiplies without them lifting a finger. And here's what shocked me: this system isn't exclusive. It's not hidden behind velvet robes or locked in Swiss bank vaults. It's hiding in plain sight. The reason you don't see it is because nobody talks about it. Until now. Let me paint you a picture. There are essentially two money systems in the world. The first one, that's the system you're trapped in if you exchange your time for money. You wake up, you work, you get paid. It's simple, it's predictable, and it's a cage. Here's what happens. You make $100,000 a year. Congratulations, right? But then life happens. Taxes come, your rent or mortgage gets paid, you buy groceries and you gas, and suddenly that 100,000, it's gone. Vanished. Then you repeat it next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. This is what I call the treadmill economy. You're running faster and faster, but you're not actually going anywhere. Now, the people we're going to talk about today, they figured out something different. They discovered that there's a second money system. And once you understand how it works, you realize why they built wealth while everyone else just gets tired. Here's the core mechanism. And I'm going to break this down so simply that you'll wonder why nobody explained it to you before. Rich people use what I call the cash flow loop. It has 3 stages. Stage 1, the gateway. Money comes in. Could be from a business, could be from investments, could be from multiple streams. The key here is that it's diversified. It's not just a paycheck, it's multiple flows. Now, here's where most people screw up. When money comes in, they spend it immediately. They see it, they feel wealthy for a moment, and then they allocate it to their lifestyle. New car, nicer apartment, fancier restaurants. Rich people do something radically different. They intercept the money before their lifestyle expenses. This is crucial. They don't spend less, they just redirect the flow first. Stage 2, the multiplication engine. This is where the magic happens. That portion of money, let's say it's 20 to 40% of what comes in, goes into what I call the multiplication engine. This could be real estate, stock market index funds, business reinvestment, dividend-paying assets. The important part isn't what it is. The important part is that it's something that generates returns. Now, here's the plot twist that most people miss. When you invest $100,000 and it generates a 10% return, you just made $10,000 without working a single additional hour. But most people, they don't see this money. It's a number on a statement. It feels fake. So what do? They spend their paycheck and they leave that investment return alone. They let it sit. Rich people know something different. Stage 3, the feedback loop. Here is where the cash flow loop becomes truly invisible and powerful. The returns from your investments don't just sit there, they get reinvested. They go back into the multiplication engine. And now you have more money generating returns, which means more returns next time, which means more money to reinvest. This is called compounding, and it's the closest thing to a cheat code that exists in the financial world. Albert Einstein allegedly called it the 8th wonder of the world. And he was right, because while you're sleeping, while you're at the beach, while you're watching Netflix, your money is working. Your money is making money. Your money is making your money make money. Here's what's terrifying and beautiful about this. After 10 years, after 20 years, after 30 years, you're not just building wealth. You're building a system that has its own momentum. The rich person stops being dependent on their paycheck. They stop being dependent on their time. The cash flow loop is now running on its own. It's alive. You might be thinking, okay, this sounds nice, but I can't invest. I barely make enough to survive. I hear you, but this isn't really about money. It's about perception. Study after study shows that the average person spends 95% of what they earn, not because they're reckless, but because they don't have a system. They get paid, money hits the account, bills get paid. Whatever's left, that gets spent. It's reactive. Rich people, even those who started with nothing, do one thing differently. They automate the interception. They set up automatic transfers before the money even touches their main account, before they see it, before they can spend it. It goes directly into their investments. Here's a real example. Someone makes $50,000 a year. Most people in this bracket can't imagine investing. But what if they automated just $5,000 per year? That's 10% into a low cost index fund. In year one, that's $5,000. By year 5, with modest returns, it's $27,000. By year 10, $60,000. Year 20, over $150,000. And by year 30, it's over $500,000. This is someone who isn't earning an extra dollar. They simply automated a system and let time do the work. This is what keeps most people on the treadmill economy. Not because they lack intelligence, but because they don't have a system. They're hoping, they're reacting instead of building. But here's something that should bother you. If this system is so powerful, why isn't everyone doing it? Why isn't this taught in school? The answer is uncomfortable, because the entire economy is designed for you to not do this. Think about it. Banks make money on your debt. Credit card companies profit from your interest payments. The retail industry needs you to consume. All of these systems profit from you being broke, from you working a job you hate to afford stuff you don't need. The people who benefit don't announce it. They don't play it on billboards, because if everyone figured out this cash flow loop, the system would shift. The rich would lose their advantage. But here's the thing that should make you angry and then motivated. The cash flow loop isn't some secret technique locked behind a paywall. It's just a system, and systems can be learned. The only thing protecting the wealthy isn't their intelligence, it's your ignorance. So here's what you do, starting today. Step 1, audit your money flow. For the next 30 days, track every dollar that comes in and every dollar that goes out. Don't judge it, just see it. Most people are shocked when they realize where their money is leaking. Step 2, find your interception point. Look at your income, calculate 10%. That's your starting point. It doesn't have to be complicated. A simple index fund, anything that produces a return. Step 3, automate it and forget it. This is the crucial part. You set it up once, then you don't touch it. You don't panic sell when the market dips, you just let the loop run. The magic isn't in the decision. The magic is in the consistency and the time. After a few months, you won't even miss that money. Your brain adapts. After 5 years, you'll start to see the results. And one day, maybe 10 years from now, maybe 20, you're going to wake up and realize you're no longer dependent on your job. Your money is making money. The loop is running, and you're free. The cash flow loop isn't a mystery. It's a system, and you just learned how it works. The question now isn't whether you can do this. The question is, will you? Because the same system that's making the wealthy richer can work for you too. It doesn't care how much you make. It only cares if you're willing to start. Most people will stay on the treadmill, hoping something will change. It won't. Not unless you build a system to make it change. So here's my challenge to you. Tomorrow morning, do one thing. Sit down and track your money for one day. See where it's actually going. Once you see it, you can change it. And that's when everything shifts. If you're ready to build your cash flow loop, subscribe for more hidden money systems every week. Hit the bell and drop a comment. What's stopping you from starting? I'll see you in the next one.